Thursday, 30th of August. First off, I was interviewed by Caroline Stevens last night on the Basis Project Stepping Stones, which is thebasisproject.org/stepping-stones. 2 interviews were done. I think you should watch them, you'll find them extremely interesting, and I know that Caroline did. Now, we'll start with the Daily Fail. Women who swear they are real life fairies. Really? Energy drinks ban for children. May's controversial bid to crack down on obesity and hyperactivity. Now this is very, very good. A few years ago there was someone I knew who he used to drink these energy drinks all the time, and they're really, really bad for you. Okay, yeah, they keep you awake and that, which can be beneficial if you're doing something where you've got to stay awake, but they're extremely bad. Now the friend I was talking about, he used to drink coffee, all this stuff all the time, these energy drinks, and he was laying in bed and his heart just exploded, and he was about 40 years old, died at that. And I believe it was through these drinks, which were actually designed by the US military for the troops during Vietnam to keep them awake when they were on long patrols and things like that. However, stay away. I did actually. I went on a lad's holiday back in about 98, something like that, and me and my mate went out and we was on vodka Red Bull all night long till about 2 or 3 in the morning, and we went back to our room and we were laid down and we were just buzzing. We could not sleep. We were like, wow. We eventually got a little tiny bit of sleep, but we were so out of it, so hyper. Stay away from them, really, especially Monster, because they're telling you what they're doing to you is Monster, and that Monster sign you'll have to check out which language, because I don't recall at the moment, but that is an Arabic type language for 666. What a shock there, eh? Anyway, let's move on. Nightmeg's legs stole the show. Well, I actually don't think they're nice legs at all. They're way too thin. No, not nice legs at all. And of course, parasites anyway. The Times. Diary of Jan Morris, the writer and traveller at 91. She had a good innings. Concentrate. Why we can't focus anymore? Well, that's quite simple. It's because of all the cell tower signals that are screwing up around with us, and Wi-Fi and smart meter signals. And if 5G comes out, it's game over. 5G, you're dead. If you haven't done any research into it, then you need to do some. I'll scan them documents and stick them up where we've just, because you'll see that in my bit, and then they'll be on the side just here, so you can have a good proper look at them. If you want, pause the video to have a read of them. Sex harassment claims force Salmond to resign from SNP. Wow, I'm shocked you could have knocked me over with a feather. You mean an MP that's also a paedophile? Oh, shocking. Not. We all know they're all into it. And that's why they're kept under control, because as they get to an MP, they'll have done some dirty stuff to get there. A lot of the time involving children, some of the time just involving infidelity and things like that. But either way, MI5, MI6 keep a track on them, video them doing whatever it is they do, so they've got leverage over them, so they'll vote the way they want them to vote. That's why nothing ever changes with Parliament. Make a deal with Britain, Macron tells EU leaders. Or Macron, the Rothschild puppet would be a better. So that would be, make a deal with Britain. Macron, the Rothschild's puppet, tells EU leaders. Brexit boost as French president calls for alliance. Alliance with them, not us. With the other cabals, the other corporations, like the British government corporation, the French corporation government, the German government corporation. It's for them. Never ever is it for us, the men, women and children of this planet. Or plane, or flat earth, or whatever you want to call it. More olives. Med diet cuts men's risk of impotence. And bloke swam the channel. Mirror. Mum who bought internet twins, I've no regrets, I wish they were with me. Judith Kilshaw on baby snatch scandal. And we're back on the energy drinks again. Energy drinks victory. Kids to be banned from buying danger cans after Mirror campaign. But adults, you can carry on drinking that shit. Yeah, no problem with that, because we want you dead. We want the kids dead as well. But we've got to look like we're actually looking after you. Otherwise, you wouldn't give us the perceived power that we think we've got in Parliament. If we did everything against you, then you'd know we were just a bunch of corrupt criminals. But hey, if you've been watching my stuff, you know that's true anyway. Again, there you can see the monster, and that is an Arabic for 666. The Guardian. Hilary Swank on grit, glamour and trans rights. There are no trans rights. There are human rights, or monster rights as they class us as. Trans is just a bullshit they've made up that's confused those with poor mental abilities to think that they are. And they're doing this to our children as well. A friend of mine who's got a kid still at school, she fell out with her 3 friends because one was trans, one was gay, one was bi, and they were all kept saying to her, "Well, you can be with one of us, you know." And in the end she says no, because she's actually got her head screwed on correctly. She's not let the schools bully them into choosing a trans or a sexual deviant profile. She's just a girl, you know, like her friends, 3 friends are just girls, but because it's been made popular to be trans or bi or gay or whatever, they think, well, we'll give that a try. They go after the kids, they screw us over for when the kids grow up. That's what it's all about. They've been doing this for a long time. You should be although of course the way the system's set up, it's virtually impossible to teach your kids at home because you don't have time, because you've got to get out and do the work. Yet back in the 50s they were saying how advanced we're going to be and technology will take over and we won't have to do hardly any work, and yet now here we are with, if you're a couple both out doing jobs and you still can't afford to live because of the way the system's set up to screw us down and keep us under control. Because if you're going to have to go out and work, then you haven't got time to look into what's really going on. The corruption in Parliament, the corruption in the courts, the corruption in the councils, the corruption in the police. But hey, you know, if you don't make time, then at least watch a video of mine every day. Mentally ill children sent hundreds of miles for care. The mentally ill children are these that think they're trans or gay or bi. By design, by the criminal government. British actress, although it says actor, she's an actress, Claire Foy at the premiere of First Man on the biopic of astronaut Neil Armstrong, the man that never went to the moon, as Buzz Aldrin's come out and admitted. Wellcome Institute faces bullying culture claims. Ministers to ban energy drinks to children. Express. Jungle Holly. I can't wait to fill Ant's shoes on I'm a Celeb. I'm grinning because I know there's something that's said about her coming up that I may paraphrase just slightly. War on sugar. Under 18s face ban on buying energy drinks. It's not just sugar that's in these drinks though, it's aspartame as well. So you don't want to be drinking it anyway. Barnier's shock climb down. EU will offer special Brexit deal, which totally screws Britain, but it's special. Parasites. West End girl Rachel looks amazing in a Mini. How she managed to get that car on, I don't know. Aye. Why I Made Yardy. Idris Elba interview. Now, he's been in a lot of papers over the past couple of weeks, and I'm not sure why. Obviously, he's West Indies, maybe. I would say West Indies. Perhaps they're pushing that to try and distract from the Windrush scandal that every MP was been involved with, or almost every MP, who voted to keep it shh, hush hush. Pound on rise after EU talks up Brexit deal. Energy drinks ban for teens on way. France told to respect safety of UK fishermen after clashes. Oh, we'll send the Navy after you. Well, actually, we haven't got a Navy, but we'll send someone in a ship, or well, we haven't actually got any ships, in a rowboat out to tell you off. Oh, we'll get the EU to do it for us because, hey, if we haven't got a Navy, then we need the EU, don't we? Wonder if that's a little snidey back way of getting us in, keeping us in the EU, because there is no Brexit. Not a chance in hell, because that's where we're going if we stay in the EU. May in Nigeria. Corbyn has crossed the line for me. Not for me. Salmond quits SNP after claims of misconduct. Former First Minister resigns from the party that he led for more than 20 years. Shock departure follows allegations of sexual harassment, which he denies, which will actually lead to rape and child abuse and paedophilia, because they're all in the same boat. They all want to be on the same piece of rope. Telegraph. Nick Timothy. Time for a Brexit deal true to what we voted for. Out means out. Not tied into this or tied into that. Out. Cut. All ties with Europe. Go away. You're Europe. You stay there. We're an island and we don't want anything to do with your immigrants. Oh, actually, they're not your immigrants. Although you keep pushing them as EU migrants, they're actually African migrants that have come through 6 or 7 countries to get to our little island. And that's because when they get here, they get given a house. They get given more benefits than our indigenous population that are struggling. But don't worry about that, because of course they bring the 4 wives and the 20-odd kids with them, so they get way more than everyone else that's indigenous to this country. That's to encourage them to come here, because the plan is to destroy the indigenous population of not just the whole of Europe, but the UK, this island as well. And they're well on the way when you look at London, which is not part of British culture. Birmingham, which has been taken over by the migrants. And we've allowed it. But worse, the government have planned for it. They planned to bring them here, to destroy the population so they can bring in their New World Order. But, you know, you believe what you like. Dogs. Energy drinks banned for children. Shops face fines for selling beverages high in caffeine and sugar to youngsters. A small step for American humility. Brazil posts troops on border with Venezuela. A dash of olive oil can make you tasty love life. Can make for a tasty love life. Okay. Pupils can demand to see their exam data. Why not? Gove, weak over scallop wars. Because they don't give a shit about this country, this island. They don't care. They know what they've got planned, and that's the destruction of the indigenous population. And you know who's to blame? We are for letting it happen. Parasite alert. Royalty turns up for the original US Republican. That's having a go at Trump, of course. Star. Hell fight for Del Boy. Pell Mickey. The Promise. Weather experts, we failed dismally. Men, sorry. So we're not having this summer all the way till October like you said at the beginning of summer. So you were wrong again. You lied again. What a shock again. Deck partner revealed. I can't wait to go down on Holly. Oh, down under with Holly. TV. There's no news in the Star. Metro. Salmond quits SNP after sex claims. Moped thugs target police. Gun-toting burglars ambush van after accomplice held. You see, the police have been depleted on purpose by a criminal government to the point they're ineffective. They've not been effective for a long time. Unless, of course, it's backing up bailiffs, in which case, yeah, we'll get them there straight away, no problem. But if there's any crimes, oh, well, we haven't got the manpower. Sorry about that, you know. Our Freemasons chief inspector has told us to say that. Mini Meg. Parasites. Financial Times. FT serious, how to restore trust in auditing. Superstar bosses have a tendency to self-destruct. The toxic issues of defying identity. Cash bang scallop. French and British boats stir up fishing wars. RAB concedes Brexit deal talks unlikely to hit October deadline. Irish border and trade hurdles. Barnier upbeat on pact. Deal may slip into New Year. So we're not going to meet the deadline for leaving Brexit. I have been telling you this for 2 years now. Ever since the vote, I've been saying that. But it's just crazy, Mark. Don't listen to him. White House lawyer who cooperated with Mueller probe to leave in autumn. In other words, he's a Clintonite. Dennis Healy. World events do not occur by accident. They are made to happen, whether it is to do with national issues or commerce, and most of them are staged and managed by those who hold the purse strings.